as of 2024, in how many countries is it against the law to be queer?
20?
Actually, queerness is currently criminalized in 64 countries, and 12 countries still have the death penalty for it.
All right, multiple choice question. In 2024 so far, how many anti-LGBTQ bills have been introduced? A, 0 to 50, B, 50 to 100, C, 100 to 500, or D, 500 to 1,000?
I think A. I definitely would have heard about them.
Actually, 478 anti-LGBTQ bills have been introduced in just 2024 so far.
So as you may know, being gay used to be classified as a psychological disorder in the DSM. Can you tell me what year they got rid of that classification?
1940?
Actually, it was only in 1973.
So even though all these things are problems in themselves, they're also symptoms of a broader problem that we have in society, which is the notion that being straight is the norm and being queer is somehow unnatural or wrong. Today, we're going to unpack that notion and explain how that can be harmful.
Welcome to today's crash course on human sexuality. We want to start off by clarifying that sexuality and gender are not the same thing. Sexuality, or sexual orientation, refers to who you're attracted to physically, emotionally, and romantically. It's different from gender identity, and if you want to learn more about gender, be sure to check out our other video.
All right, back to the topic at hand. Historically, same-sex attraction has been portrayed as an evolutionary aberration by scientists and in popular culture. This was due to the fact that sexuality was evaluated according to Darwin's theory of natural selection, and same-sex attraction wasn't thought to increase reproductive fitness. So since heterosexuality was the norm in societies where they were researching sexuality, nobody ever really challenged the idea or the notion that it was the only norm throughout all of human evolution.
But in reality, it's a lot more complex than that. Same-sex behavior has actually been observed in tons of species, not just humans, and it has deep roots in human evolutionary history. Same-sex attraction has been a normal human trait throughout the course of our evolution.
One thing that we really want to stress is that sex serves multiple social functions beyond reproduction.
Sex is important because it helps facilitate social bonding and alliance formation between individuals and groups. It also encourages community members to act compassionately towards one another. And this is because sex brings people together physically and emotionally. So basically, there's benefits outside of just having babies.
And those benefits apply to all forms of sexuality. Sexuality is a spectrum, and there's nothing unnatural about being queer.
And because it's not at all unnatural, that means that queerness isn't somehow wrong or immoral in any way. It's just another part of your identity.
It's really important that we debunk these myths because, as we saw in our trivia game, these assumptions have real-world consequences. And these consequences can be extremely harmful to people.
So challenging these misconceptions is absolutely crucial to cultivating a safe and a healthy environment for individuals to explore their own identities. So we're going to leave you with a challenge, and that is that next time you see or hear something that portrays queerness in a negative light, think back to what you learned in this video, and if you feel comfortable, say something.